All right. Looks like it's coming from the stream. Not synced with the webcam. That's weird. Now that one's weird. On my side, it's synced. But who knows? Cosmic Carnage. All right, I'll just go ahead and start this one then. First, we'll go to the settings because this has a pretty competitive scene. So hopefully is there double audio? That's the only thing I wouldn't want. If there's no double audio, it shouldn't be an issue. But if everyone can hear me, and it's okay if there's a delay. I don't know how to fix that. We're good? Okay. Okay. So yeah, shout outs to Sergeant Power Glove. Just for running this game. He took the strats that I found and not only ran it, but got other people to run this game. So I just have to give a big shout out to him because he's really pushed the time down in this game. And this game also has a built-in time attack, as you could say, because if you don't finish in a certain amount of time, you just straight up lose. You can't get the good ending for this game. So this game's almost made in a way that you're not really encouraged to play it normal. You're encouraged to play it like a speed run. But it is an extremely unique and exciting game that, unfortunately was just relegated to only the 32X. So I think everyone's going to enjoy this. It's got really good music. It's got goofy combos. We're not going to get to show up too many of the combos, but like I said, if you ever, after any of the runs, you can always shout out on my stream and be like, hey, show us some Cosmic Carnage combos. And I'm more than happy to show the crazy cancels that you can do. And for the speed run, we just use Tier. So Tier can select his armor that he uses. Most of the characters can select their armor, and we use a certain layout that lets us do a lot of extra damage. So time will actually start once I select the first armor set. So time will start in 3, 2, 1, go. So this game, you can actually do damage to the character's armor, and what this allows you to do is do more damage and also removes their abilities. So of course we're fighting Naruto. No, not that Naruto, but a much cooler looking one. And we're just going to go ahead and melt their HP away with no problem with Tier by using the Crouching Fierce option. Tier has some of the best pokes in the game, and some of the best options. We do have special moves, but in general, we don't rely on them because they're just so much slower than getting the enemy in the corner and bidding them into an infinite trap. So this is a true infinite trap in the game. Naruto, and there's only 2 or 3 characters in this game that can get out of this. The world record is 8 minutes and my PB is 11. Oh, we choose the wrong weapon, but we can still get through. So Demon is interesting because Demon, this will be an interesting with this weapon. I might actually use a special move here. You can taunt in this game too, but it almost does nothing. Oh. I'm gonna take a reset here. Only because we chose the wrong weapon, and if you choose, that was my fault. That was my mistake. If you choose a wrong weapon in between levels, you're basically playing a completely different character. It's completely legal in the speedrun. It's just it wasn't going to be pretty because I haven't practiced that weapon set, and your moves also change based on the armor that you pick. So I've never used the default one, so I don't even know. It's kind of a garbage layout, so that's my bad. I'll go ahead and restart here. I showed the settings, just grab a legal one, and we'll start the timer again at the correct time. That was my bad. I appreciate the patience. So 3, 2, 1, go. Hey, but we got Silik first, which is much better. Silik, yeah, this is exactly like a Crazy Time Killers game. It doesn't have the crazy decapitations, but you can like bust people's arms apart because most of everyone in here, they're like cybernetic. So see how good the poke is? It just completely it just destroys any of Silik options. But a lot of special moves, once they're out, they have, you know, if you're Smash with like Transcendent or Infinite Priority. So you just have to block and answer to it. What's going on, Glitch-san? We'll go through some uppercuts. Ooh, we are getting a really good Silik here. Yeah, Silik is just really fast. He's one of the few characters that can kind of wiggle his way out of the corner, not through a grab. But you saw Damon earlier. So Damon, and there's one other character that has a particularly nasty throw. But Yug is kind of like Tyr in this form, where shares a lot of the same properties of punches, but it's basically just like an ape cyborg. So we just don't want to get hit by this move where Yug will wind, kind of, you know, Zangief lariat us just like that. What? Did I just call out the move that the AI was going to use? Okay. We'll go for a crouching kick there. But one of the reasons that Tyr, we don't use a lot of other moves, is they're just so laggy. I literally called out my death there. I was like, oh, the lariat. Yug also has this like spinning punch like that, again, calling it out right as it's happening. I don't control the AI in this game. It's just weird coincidence. But that move is the other move that is pretty dangerous because it's an armor tear move, and for some reason Yug has the highest armor tear rate in the game. And once your armor is gone, you pretty much just leave yourself open to get completely bodied by the opponent. You don't want to break anything else? No worries. Okay. We don't have to transition back, but there is going to be a screen that I have to... I'm on a real hardware for the next game. No worries. Awesome. Like, honestly, the fact that there's like a Sega-themed marathon and like there's not enough people running Sega games just makes me really sad. I'm not really going to talk. Xena is one of the coolest characters in this game for combos, but this armor set with Xena is, I mean, it's garbage. There's nothing this character can do. It's pretty much free. Normally, there's another armor set where Xena has boosters and can just kind of infinite boost into you and do like a half-life damage combo, but this one has that stupid top ring that you just saw. I'm going to stop saying what the opponent's moves are because every time I talk about it, the AI seems to be able to do it, so I'm just jinxing myself. Yeah, so about Sega, like, I'm really happy about it because I just got back from a trip to Okinawa and to check like arcades there because there were some Sega machines. Like all the Sega machines are gone. The Sega machines, the Sega Art Game Centers have become this, it's called Gigo now, and they took all the Outrun arcade machines, like everything that makes like classic Sega arcade, and just ruined it. So having that Sega experience now in Japan is just kind of gone. So it's glad that, you know, it's really important as a Sega maniac. By the way, call like a maniac is not a bad thing in Japan. Just like if you're a super Sega fan, you're like a Sega maniac. So I'm definitely a Sega maniac. You know, I've got every single Sega system just about in my house except for the 32X. And yeah, it's really great to see people running these games because there's probably not going to be as many Sega events anymore, and which is just, it just kind of feels like the end of a generation. Yeah, Mania. So I'm trying to get Talmach into the corner. Ooh, there we go. So we lost our body armor now. Now, the interesting thing here is we're actually going to get a little bit of extra frames on our down attack now because our armor is gone, but we could easily get destroyed here if Talmach throws out like another Shoryu. Rush Punch isn't that bad because usually we want to hope that Talmach puts himself in the corner, but I'm just not getting lucky with the scoops. By the way, in this game, we just called this the tier scoop strat. I didn't... I don't know if scoops was a thing, but I just kept saying scoops when I first ran this game. Because that's literally what you're doing. All right, Naja. This is the run killer. So Naja has the most disgusting grab in the game. You cannot really infinite Naja because the range is just infinite, and it's a run killer because the grab lasts. I mean, we can do a count if it lands, but it's like at probably 7 to 8 seconds real time. It's way too long. Oh my god, we lost our fist power. This is really bad. All right, we're gonna do some drop kicks. Yeah, we're definitely gonna do some drop kicks. Don't you grab me. Oh my god. Calm down. Calm down. Fighting game speedruns are definitely a thing. I do run Speedy Fist and fighting game speedrun events in Japan, and there's a whole community for it. But this game is the first time I've ever run this in a marathon. I think this might be the first time it's ever been run in a marathon because of how risky this game is to play. I could be wrong because, like I said, Sergeant Power Glove really has put a lot of effort in this game. So he might have played it at an event, but you should definitely check out his channel as well. He doesn't stream often, but when he does this game, he's like an extreme grinder. I know we've got some extreme grinders here. What I mean is, like, they'll just play this over and over again until they get the perfect run. Because the 8-minute run he got, like sub 8, I don't know if it's going to happen. It's really, really difficult. All right, now we're fighting Naruto. Yeah. I think Eternal Champions was at an event, if not at this year. So that's another game. Thought about running. I was like, I'm sure someone's run this game. I know I've seen it at a marathon before. It also came on the Sega Mini, so no excuse not to play it. That was a really good Naruto fight. Believe it. Let's go. Into the corner, yes. Yeah, there is press in this game, so if I press lightly, I can get a short jab. But in general, you just press a little harder and you'll get the heavy version. And you can also do shorts with that way. The mini tower of power, yeah. Alright, we're coming on to the last fight. Of course, it's versus Damon. Oh, God. And the guarding. Oh, no. Don't do that. Atreyu-san. Welcome back. I was enjoying all your talking about the Sega hype. I just couldn't join because I was literally at a family dinner during the last run. I was watching the chat. Let's see if we can get in. We got Damon in the corner. We just have to be careful that we don't get jumped on. We can kind of do an OTG if we hit right at the top. You could see there, Damon's got some big feet. Ooh. God, I just got... Oh no, it's the grab! It's the grab! Sorry. I'm panicking. Sub 10, by the way, is decent for this game. It really is. I wonder if this will be my PB. It's a pretty good time. We're definitely going to make it out of the space station, okay? Which is where the exploding rocket ship. You know what? I don't really know the storyline. You'll just have to play this game and then try and explain to me really what the storyline of this game is. I think it's just an excuse to have, like, cyborg elites fighting. Scoops, and it should be time, but I just want to make sure. All right, that's time. We are going to get out of here. So yeah, if you were too slow in the actual game, you just don't escape this part of the ending, and you get bad end. But hey, we got good ending. I think so. Yeah, we got out of here. Nice. Freedom! What were we fighting for? I don't know. I have no idea what we're fighting for. But GG. It was like 10:50 on my time. I think it was a little more because we just kept going through the reset. But yeah, it's pretty good. Congratulations, you survived the Cosmic Carnage. Yeah, Cosmic Carnage is... If you talk to 32X fans, they know about this game. It was one of the better options for the 32X. There is another fighting game, well, kind of fighting game, that I might show off another time. But it's not really a fighting game. It's more like a action through, like, punching game where you can, like, choose to punch and kick. Kind of like a lot of the Sega CD game. Like, not Flash games, but, you know, they had, like, FMV games. I did a lot of the Sega FMV games, and maybe I could show those off as well, because they look better on the 32X. Virtual Fighter? I mean, yeah, Virtual Fighter is awesome. Just trying to show off, like, rarer, you know, Sega games, because this is one I don't know how popular the 32X was, but this is definitely something that I haven't seen on any Sega collections. I don't ever hear anyone talk about, and overall, it's a really good game. Like, it has really cool combos, really cool stuff you can do. It's got, like, a lot of tech with the throws. Like, you can reverse throw in this game. In my AU, there is no Sega CD or 32X. They are replaced. Oh no. You're updated on your end? Okay, I'll let the credits play and then we'll switch. But yeah, the next game is also a fighting game, but it's for the Sega Saturn. So I'll be running Last Bronx. So Last Bronx, if you're just tuning in, you don't want to miss this one. This is kind of the one I want. I'm really glad that Paul Saltine-san and the rest of the crew decided to end on this note, because this is a very important part of Sega history right here. And I'm going to explain why, but it's bonkers how much money and how much time was put into Last Bronx. And, you know, it's up for you to decide whether you think it's a great game or not. But it has definitely a place in Sega history. You didn't get the second disc in the U.S.? Oh, no. Okay, well, we'll talk about that in a second, Atreyu-san. Okay, you know a lot. But yes. Yeah, if there's anyone out there who wants to run this game, yeah, definitely reach out to me. There's lots of extra tech that could be tried. We've tried doing some of the combo stuffs, but there's a lot of slowdown in this game, if you didn't notice. So that's why we also don't use the special moves. There's not really a good option, because there's just a lot of lag. It's not a well optimized game, but it's a really cool looking game, and I hope the audio was coming through good, because the BGM in this game is mwah, Sega delicious. Let me just boot up the Sega Saturn.